The following is a fan-based discussion. All materials discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, and Saban Entertainment. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Tokucast Top 15 show.
Top 15.
Really? We're going to go with that?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
The top 15, though?
Anyway.
It's a 5 and a 10 list, goddammit.
And you put that together and makes 15.
Which rhymes with 14.
That's a joke from college. Please don't try to dig into that. Moving on.
No, nothing behind the scenes there, folks.
So,
I miss our roommate.
we have a Jugo.
Oh, so that's how you say it.
Yes. Anyway, so this is a continuation of our ongoing series where we notate the best colors in Sentai. This time we're doing a combined because there's not enough of this certain color. We're doing whites and pinks. Whites is going to have its own separate list. There's only about 5, and pinks has a full 10. So, we're going to start with pink. Do we have any honorable mentions?
We don't. You know
well,
what?
I'll make, go back to the whites, because I forgot his name. I'll put Geki Chopper as an honorable mention. He was still a fun character.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the show that much.
No.
He came in too late to really
And I love his suit. His suit was cool.
I do have an honorable mention for the pinks.
We'll get there.
Oh.
Whites first.
Right. I have one for her.
What's that?
For them. Whites. Damn it. Shido! There we go.
Perfect.
We have Magic Mother from Magic Ranger.
Oh,
yeah. And before anybody asks, Aubrey Killer and what's he called in Deca Ranger?
Deca Bright.
Deca Bright are not going to be on this list only because they were already on our 6 Ranger lists. So
check that video out.
And Ko doesn't deserve it.
No.
But yes.
Oh!
Magic Mother, I really liked. I mean, she didn't end up having her powers because they did get stolen at the beginning, but she really did everything that she could.
I thought she died in the beginning.
No.
I thought they thought she was dead.
She just, yeah.
Okay.
But she got captured. But yeah, I love her character a lot. She is a mother, and that really ends up coming through with this show. I just like things like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But, number 5.
Number 5, Big One.
Yes,
from
we
Jackie.
have Sokichi Banba.
That's really the name?
Yes.
Okay.
I love his Jacka was a mess, yeah. But damn it, Big One.
Can we do a rant about their long transformations?
That'll happen eventually.
At some point, maybe.
And that's going to be the
elaborate. It'll be a Rant-O-Cast on elaborate henchings.
Yes.
Overly elaborate henchings.
But Sokichi Banba, I mean, yes, he came in late, but I loved his character. I thought he was sort of like a weird Japanese James Bond.
Yeah.
That's basically his character.
That big old bow tie.
Yeah.
And the white suit.
And the rose is how he transforms.
The rose. And we love his actor.
Yeah. He's V3, man.
V3!
And Aka Ranger. Well, no. Owl Ranger.
There you go.
From,
Hiroshi Miyuchi.
Yes, from Go Ranger. So, we already know a lot about his character. He was also Zubat, not the Pokemon.
That's why I was confused.
But yeah, Sokichi Banba was a great character. Just a lot of fun to watch, and that was. I mean, I haven't really ended up seeing that much of Jacka, but seeing the clips of him, I'm just like, you're the reason I'm going to end up watching this. You're the reason.
And the transformation sequence is the reason we're going to be drinking through it.
Yes, it takes about 30 seconds with him. But
on a good day,
number
30
4.
minutes more like. Number 4, Zero Tiger.
I'm honestly surprised you wanted her on this list.
I like her quite a bit, actually. I love the fact
That's not the one I'm the most surprised about.
We'll get there.
I love the fact that she was, very conniving in some cases. Like, she came off as sort of like the cutesy girl, but she was just like, I'm always scheming something, and you will never know what it is until it's actually happening to you. I remember the sumo wrestling episode where she just, got all super cute with the monster and everything, and then she scratched the hell out of him across his face, and I'm sitting here like, that's how you do. She's a great character. I really like Anu.
Fair enough. Number 3.
Change Mermaid.
Change Mermaity! If
you're watching the Russian subtitles.
I thought we were going to go to this video without mentioning it.
The Russian dub of it has her mentioning Change Mermaity.
Change Mermaity. That be Change Mermaity.
And I'm sitting here like,
she be the best of the change men.
This is so good. But I love the fact that she was the inventor for that team. I remember they had a couple episodes where she was just like, I'm not going to end up being on the field for right now because I'm back here actually inventing stuff for the team and making, us help fight the big Unicron in the sky.
Nerd.
But yeah, Change Mermaid was a great character. I really liked, just her characterization, especially with Change Phoenix. Between the two of them, I really like both of their characters.
Next.
White Swan.
Kaori Rokumeka.
As much as we love this show, the reason why she's not number one is one, there's no way in hell she's better than number one ever, and two, because she started from a place of terribleness.
Yeah.
And became great.
To be fair, that's a lot to say for her actual character.
Yeah. That's true.
She actually has an arc.
Yes, a very long one that goes throughout this entire show. But she was also just a really good character. I like the romance, as we said. I don't really like romance that much, but it really works in Jetman. And I really like the way that, even though she was sort of set up as I'm not going to say trophy in this case, because she's not, the girl from Drive. But she is...
Check out that TokuTalk.
But she is the one who really ends up keeping that team together on a different way. Because she sort of ends up having to keep Guy around by pretending to be interested in him and then actually getting with him and then getting with Ryu later on. But I really like Kaori. She was a great character. She was just a lot of fun.
Let's move on before I make a joke I regret.
Number 1.
Ninja White. Tsuruhime.
We love it when the women are the leaders because you don't see it very often, and it shows that the woman in this show has a position of power. Also, you don't see that very often.
Mm-hmm.
So we find that very refreshing, and also because she also got an arc. No, it was not as long, but with her father and her other father, complicated because isn't her actress's father involved in the show as well?
No,
okay.
You're thinking Ninja Black.
Oh, I am. Whoops.
Yeah, but seeing everything that had to do with her father and her, I love the way that when she first sees him, she's just like, Otosan, because he's supposed to be dead. So I
just realized I got white and black confused, let the hate comments flow.
Really did. But I love the fact that...
Not the worst mistake you've made in the show.
Yeah, sure. We've just gotten so much...
No, those were cut.
We've just gotten so much from her actual character, and that really ends up showing, just the way that she ends up having to deal with everything, the way that she's willing to sacrifice herself near the end of the show when everybody is blaming the Kaku Rangers for the things that are happening to them. And I
to
just
be fair,
love...
that blame is justified. It is the Kaku Rangers' fault.
I mean, not really.
It's kind of like the hate from Gaim that the Kamen Riders get.
Well, Gaim, they didn't actually...
We're talking about this.
Okay.
Sidetracked.
Yeah. Ninja White was a really, really good character. I loved everything about her.
Yep.
And she was the thing I really liked the most about this show.
But now we go on to Pinks. Are there any honorable mentions for them? Because I don't have any.
To the person who suggested that we put Dynapink on the list, I'm sorry, we didn't.
Not even a little bit.
I'm sorry.
But I do have an honorable mention for this one. Yoko Yagami. Pinkaresa. I just loved her terribleness. She was terrible the entire time. That was her character. I'm here to be terrible and take names, and I'm all out of pins. So that was basically just her character and eating cake. I do have one more, actually.
Okay, who?
We have Pink 1 from Bioman. I mean, not Pink 1. She was Pink 5. But Hikaru was a surprisingly good character for that show. She was a strong female who, really went out and did a lot of things herself, where she ended up backing Yellow Fool throughout that entire thing. But yeah, really like Hikaru. She was just a really good character. And one of the other standout roles from Bioman, I don't remember anything from Blue 3 or Green 2 just has a catchphrase, and Red 1 was just another leader, but I really liked Hikaru and Yellow 4 quite a bit. They were both great characters. Moving on to the actual list, though.
Number 10, Miss America 2.
Bah.
No,
I don't want to talk about it again.
Maria Nagisa. I quite liked her character, especially after coming off of terribleness. Yeah, that was the biggest thing for her character. She came in to this role that had no setup and just made it her own. And ended up becoming quite a competent fighter, and just the first thing that she ends up doing is helping out that one little girl who's getting kidnapped and everything, and I loved that about Maria's character. She just was surprisingly stand out amongst that cast. Besides Kikiola, but you can't stand out by him. Yeah, I really like Maria. She was a good character.
Next,
Rin of the Heavenly Time Star.
The reason why Ho Ranger ends up being so low on this list is because of the fact that
she didn't get much.
Yeah, and most of her stuff was
much
tied
we
up.
love Die Ranger.
Yeah, a lot of her stuff was tied up with Ko, and that doesn't separate her character apart enough. I mean, yes, she had the thing with her grandfather. And that was really...
Her grandfather was the best.
Yeah, her grandfather was great. But it's just like, that was really basically it with her character, but I still really liked her a lot because she was a great fighter. And the things where she actually ended up having things to do by herself, she was really competent at doing those things. She also solved, some mysteries throughout the show, just like everybody did. But Ren was also just a really good pick. I really liked her quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Number 8, Boken Pink.
I loved her seriousness. And I loved her. I'm in love with
It's one of those rare occasions where the pink is more serious than the more mature one than the yellow.
True.
Yeah, because that
doesn't happen much.
That shift happens right after, I'm going to say, Mega Ranger, really.
It also varies from season to season.
Yeah. It really varies, but it's like...
But it doesn't happen much.
Like, after Mega Ranger, it becomes more prevalent. Like, you see it more in that show. When both of them, yellow and pink, are women instead of yellow being a male. Mm-hmm. But Boken Pink was just a really, really serious character, and she had the whole thing for Akashi, and he was just like, "I'm so oblivious right now. Look at all my obliviousness, bird."
That's Japan. Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked her. I loved how competent she was. Like she was, I'm gonna get shit done. That was her character, and that made her great. But yeah, Boken Pink is great. Sakura Nishi Hori is a great character.
Number 7?
Deca Pink.
As you just said, she's like the opposite of Boken Pink. She's like really like a girly girl. A lot of the times that we end up seeing her in the show was just her taking a bath with the rubber ducky. But she was also just a really fun character. And if you haven't heard by now, they're having another special with Gavin this year, and another one with just like the Deca Ranger girls in it as well. And she's supposed to be getting married to Green.
In real life?
No, in show.
The show, right?
Because they had that whole romance thing that was really, burgeoning throughout Deca Ranger, and they constantly built on that every single time.
Yeah, they got engaged with the Magi Ranger team up for the 10-year cinema.
10-year.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. But they were dating in the Magi Ranger, because at the beginning they were coming back from a date. And that got ruined. But it was still a really good character. Deca Pink, great character. Komi Kodo.
Number 6,
Gokai Pink.
Ahim,
Dave Famil didn't really have much to do in show except for those couple of episodes where the guy who ended up destroying her planet came in.
She also
There was also the episode where she got kidnapped.
I'll put those in big quotation
but she's the one who's controlling him the whole time. That was really fun.
I loved her prim and properness because she is a princess.
Space princess.
Space princess. But it really ends up showing throughout her character. And she's just like, hey, have some tea instead of fighting right now. And no.
But if you do say no, she'll just shoot you in the face.
Yeah. I also really like the episode, the Gecko Ranger tribute, with her and Doc.
Oh, yeah.
Where they weren't the best fighters, but they came in and, John from Gecko Ranger trained
Geki.
And
Zuzu this.
And,
Zawa.
Taught them how to fight, and that's great.
And how to speak gibberish.
Actually, he didn't do that because he didn't do it that much in the show anymore.
He did it because if you remember, he grabs them both in a headlock and he goes, fucking this!
But he doesn't do it nearly as much as he did in the show.
Yeah, he still did.
He didn't have as much time.
Also,
True enough.
The Go Laundry team up. That was basically gone. But moving on to the next one.
Next, number 5, Change Phoenix.
I love her. She's so good.
Just because she's a master of costume changes.
Yeah, that whole
disguise
episode just stuck with me from Change, man. The whole episode where she was just constantly, in the Monster City, just transforming into different costumes and everything. And at the end, she went through and just showed the costume loft that she was. She was also the youngest, and I still remember that one episode where she fell in love with that alien who ended up having to leave at the end of it. And that whole as we just said with Change Mermaid, between the two of them and the fact that was Change Mermaid who really ended up comforting Phoenix at the end of it. I really liked Mai. I thought she was just a fun character. She was the young one. She was like 20 or 19 throughout that show. So she was supposed to sort of represent the regular person. And I really liked her character. I thought she was just really, really fun and a standout from Change Man in general.
Fair enough.
Plus, Change Man is great.
Yes, it is. You know what's not great, though?
You want to know what's the biggest surprise in the history of TokuCast?
Number 5.
Fans of Ninja, you are all finally vindicated, because number 4 is Momo Ninja.
The only reason that I ended up putting her on this list is because she is the most competent. She is literally... I feel like she would have been better as the main character.
Yeah.
She was great. Like, it was her and Star Ninja the only two things I like from Ninja. Because I still remember the whole thing when she fought I guess Kiba Onigengetsu's his second son, who was like a punk-ass bitch when he first came out, and then that just turned out to be a trick. And then she fought him by herself, untransformed, like a badass. I still remember that whole scene where she just like came in and slid under his sword and slashed him right across his stomach. I'm sitting here like, these are the things that I need from this character. She was very smart. She was inventive. She came up with a lot of ways to actually start beating these monsters. She was the greatest thing about this show. That's it.
That's
just
why
like,
she's number 4.
I hate Ninja, but damn, she was great.
The comments are just gonna go nuts now.
Number 3.
I'll let them. It'll be fun.
Number 3.
Number 3, Mega Pink.
Miku Imamura. I loved her character from Mega Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was fun. She was sort of like Kenta, but at the same time not. Because, you know, she was just, I'm going to end up having these really feminine qualities, but I'm also going to end up being really, really hungry. That was like her character in general. And I still remember that first episode, well, that one episode where, she had her Super Miku moment, Super Mega Pink, and there's that also thing with the Neji Rangers when they were like hunting her.
So this was Super Mega before Power Rangers.
Basically. But she was also
Interesting.
being hunted by the Neji Rangers throughout the city in that one episode. Yeah. I thought that was great. It showed just like, yeah, she's panicking, but she's still going to end up being a Mega Ranger at the end of the day and making sure that, one, she's not hurt, she's not found out, her team's not found out or anything. I thought that was such a great way to show off just her being her character. And as you all know, Mega Ranger is one of my favorites, and she's part of the reason why.
Now we're going on to one of your favorites to one of my favorites. Number 2.
Shinken Pink.
She was great.
Shiraishi Mako.
Can't cook for shit.
But she was mature. She was a great fighter. She was just the mother of that team, more or less.
Yeah.
And that just really ended up showing in just the way that her actress really ended up portraying her. I loved her character. I mean, Shinken is just a great show in general, but damn, she was like... Once again, we ended up talking about standouts, and a lot of them for me end up being female characters more often than not than the male ones. Mm-hmm. And that really ends up showing for her, because she was just great. I love how she was just, I'm going to end up coming in and doing as much as I can to help my team and not just, stop the Gadoshu. She was great. I really, really like Mako. Great character.
And number 1, Time Pink.
If you watched our Time Ranger review recently, you'll know why. Because she was the leader, the most mature, the most badass, and had a great story arc.
Yes. It's just like a lot of the things in this show, she was the one who was most connected to the villains themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the asshole from the future. but
remember, douche traitor versus just douche.
Yeah. But it's just like her as a character, Matt just said everything. She's such a strong presence and just a strong character and a strong person in this show that it just makes her stand out just that much more. It's like every single time she's on screen, just like your attention goes to her. Except for episode 23. Fuck that episode. But yeah, she's just a really, really good character. I really, really like Yuri. I really like her counterpart as well. And as of when we are filming this, the comparison hasn't come out. It's already been uploaded. It'll be out tomorrow morning. But yeah, God, I really love Time Ranger, and Yuri is a really good reason for that. It's good to see, because we just came off of Go-Go 5, where Pink wasn't really end up doing that much.
Yeah.
And we, before that, we came off of Gingham Man, where Saya was just forgettable. And then we end up getting this character, and it's just like, this is what I want a really good and well-written female character to be.
Especially when it's the only female in the show. In terms of the team.
Yeah, that's true. And, just amongst all that, the rest of the cast, she was just like, I'm going to end up being the one who is in charge of all of these men. And that's something that you really don't see in Japan that often. So, but yeah, that's our list.
That's it.
Only one episode left of this series where we just do the other colors. Purple, gray, silver, gold, cyan.
And the extras.
No.
List. Get happy.
Worst red. What are you thinking? Red Ninja?
No.
We'll see. We're going to have to hold that thought, but thank you so much again for joining another episode of the Tokucast. Top whatever.
Top 5/10.
We'll see you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.